Let's talk about red light therapy. So the specific product that I'm going to be discussing today is a face mask from Solo Red Light. So this product was gifted to me from the company, but I am still going to give my completely honest review on it. They didn't tell me that I had to give a good review or say certain things. They basically just said, review the product, give your honest feedback, and share it with your audience. So that is what I'm going to do. So it came in this box. I've just been storing it in here. It does also come with a storage bag, which maybe I should use that instead. Also comes with, a user manual, but this is the mask. And it comes, there's Velcro on each side. So when you put it on, you just Velcro it to the back of your head. And it is pretty adjustable. It does have these eye coverings so that your eyes are protected when you're wearing the mask. And then it has this cord. So there's another one that I've used and it is rechargeable and it is just like one that you put on your face. It doesn't wrap around. It's kind of like a sunglass style. So the one thing I will say about this is that you do have to have pockets if you plan on wearing this around. You could also just slip it in like your waistband or whatever. I typically just used it at the end of the night when I was laying down, so I didn't need to be like walking around with it. But that is something to note if you are going to be like going around doing stuff around the house. I will say though, eye protection is really good. When I'm wearing it, I don't feel like the red light is actually getting to my eye. You can take them out if you want to. I don't know why you would, but if that is something that you want to do, that is doable. So I will go through kind of some of the specs. They do have numerous safety certifications on their website. I am honestly not well versed on those, what they exactly mean. But just know that those are on there and it is also FDA cleared. So they have put this through testing. So if you are more knowledgeable in that area or those are some things that you want to look into, they have those. Now, this specific mask that I am showing is currently retailing for $268. I believe that is about standard. I think a lot of red light masks are around $200 to $400, so it's kind of in the middle. And it does have 4 wavelengths. It has blue light at 415 nanometers, red light at 660 nanometers, orange light at 590, and near infrared at 850. And I have heard that for red light, you do want it to be around 650, so I think the 660 is good. Just from what limited knowledge I have from learning about it over the years is that anything lower than like 630, 650 is not quite strong enough to really make a difference in your skin. They do also have a 60-day money-back guarantee, which is great. I love when companies do that because it just feels like they are more confident in their products if they're willing to give you your money back. And this specific mask has 6 modes. So the first one is called the repairing function. Then they have rejuvenation, anti-aging, morning skincare, anti-acne, and bedtime skincare. The one that I almost entirely used was the anti-aging one. That is what I am most looking for in a mask, is for just reducing any fine lines, preventing wrinkles, things like that, removing hyperpigmentation. And they do have all of these modes listed on their website under this mask. It does have the modes listed here in the user manual, but it doesn't exactly give any explanation. So I would recommend going on the website, and that is something that I think they should put in here, because until I went on the website, I didn't know what the difference was between the repairing mode and rejuvenation mode, because those feel very similar to me, but they do use different wavelengths. And on the website, it does say that like mode 1 supports collagen activity, blah, 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 blah. Mode 2 helps brighten dull skin. So if you are interested in learning about those, just go on the website and it has a little bit more information as well as the frequency that each one is at. But like I said, I was primarily using this for the red light for anti-aging. I am now 30, so I just want to do as much as I can to make sure my skin is healthy and reduce the risk of wrinkles and fine lines as best as I can. I do have a video on my channel here where I did say that I have had Botox. I haven't had that in over 6 months though, so those results have already worn off and they should not impact any of the before or after pictures or videos in this video. So on their website, they say they have 488 high output LEDs, which is a lot higher than a lot of the other brands I've seen. Many of the ones that I have looked at have closer to like 200 LEDs. I mean, I do have limited knowledge on this, but I think having more spread out, it gives more even treatment of the skin. So there are more LEDs per like square inch of your skin, if that makes any sense. And the 4 types of light that they use are blue, red, orange, and near infrared. I know that blue and red definitely have more research back behind them. Blue is typically used to treat acne. Red is for anti-aging and just like tone, I believe. Orange, I honestly don't know too much about. I don't think that is as researched as the other two. Not to say that it isn't also effective, but I just don't think there's as much information out there about it. And then the near infrared, I know that that is also important for the anti-aging effects that you might want to see with this mask. So it does come with a little remote that will show you each mode. And it also has a countdown, which I really like because I just like to know like, okay, I have 5 minutes left. Or if it's something where like I can't dedicate the full 10 minutes that they recommend, I at least know how many minutes I got rather than guessing. So it has the countdown at the top. It also has a power level. So it starts off all of them at the lowest setting, but then you can go up 1 and 2, and it will brighten it depending on how your skin reacts to it or if you want the maximum effects. It also has a pulsing feature down here. I have not really used it. I'm not entirely sure how beneficial that is. Wearing this mask, I do find it pretty comfortable. It stays placed well because of the Velcro strap. Sometimes I will even, if I'm like laying down on my back, I won't even use the Velcro strap. I'll just like lay it across my face. And it does get tight to the face. I think you do want the lights close to the skin for them to work effectively, but also since there's 488 LEDs, it's spread out so that way you're not necessarily relying on like a few LEDs to cover multiple parts of the face. Now I do have my box lights on right now for this portion of the video, but for the before and after clips, I only use natural light. I didn't want the box lights to highlight or dull any of the effects. I used this mask for a little bit over a month and I'm still continuing to use it. I will say I like this mask and I plan to continue to use it. They do say on their website that a lot of people start to see some kind of results after about 4 weeks. And honestly, I can't say looking at my before and after clips that I do see much of a difference, which is unfortunately the one downside of this video. Now, everyone's skin is different and it could take more time for certain people's skin to have the same effects. I'm not saying that this mask works. I'm not saying that it doesn't work. I am just saying that I have not seen really tangible results on my skin personally. I would like to give this more time because I think a month, while it may seem like a long time doing this almost every single day, for things like this, it can take a lot more time to have the desired effect that you are looking for. From what I've seen a lot online from other websites, it is typically several months for some people to actually start seeing results. It might be doing stuff underneath the skin that you can't quite tell right away, but to see real results, it really can take several months for some people. And I am going to keep testing it for that reason, because looking at the specs, this has everything that you would want and you would need for results. I just don't think that I've used it long enough for my skin type to actually start seeing results. And I don't have like, I mean, I'm 30, I don't have like super deep set wrinkles or anything like that. So I am kind of looking at this to just like rejuvenate my skin and prevent further aging and hopefully reduce some of the fine lines. Because I mean, I do have fine lines on my forehead and just throughout my face that I would love to lighten up a little bit. I just don't think I have used this long enough to see good results. And to the company's credit, I even emailed them about this and said like, hey, I haven't seen results yet. You know, I could keep using it for a longer period of time and then do a video to see. They just told me to give an honest review, which I really respect because results can be extremely varied. You do see some people post pictures where it's like a huge, massive difference. There are other people that post and it's just like a slight difference, or it's something that might not even be super tangible in pictures, but you might notice yourself. Truly, I think this is something that I would want to use for at least 6 months before saying whether it does or does not work. I think that is like a good amount of time if I'm using it consistently. By 6 months, I should definitely be seeing some kind of results, but since I've only used it for a little bit over a month, it might be doing beneficial things for my skin that I am like not seeing, and it might be like, you know, working under the surface, but they aren't results that I can visibly see. And I know that's really difficult because when you're buying something that is this expensive, you want results quickly. You want to justify your purchase by having results you can see and not seeing that within the first month like they claim some people do is it can be disheartening, but they do have that 60-day money-back guarantee, so you could try using it for 2 months if you are going to purchase this product. But personally, like I said, I want to try it for several months to see if I have any results. I plan to post this video before then, but I will try to leave a comment or put something in the description box with my updates after I've used it for several more months. If my results are pretty significant, I will even post a whole new video on that. I will also say that you do have to use this consistently if you do plan to see results. So they recommend at least 5 days a week. I did 5 or 6 days each week, but I think if your skin can handle it, I think that doing each day 7 days a week might be really beneficial. So I really appreciate Solo Red Light for reaching out to me and sending me this to do a review on, and also for being so forthcoming with letting me give an honest review no matter what the results are. I'm excited to keep using this and see how my skin improves. And honestly, maybe I'm just a harsher critic. Maybe you look at the before and after clips and you see results that I don't. If that's the case, then that's great. Let me know, because I don't know, I might just be like too nitpicky. Yeah, if you have any questions about this, be sure to comment down below and I will do my best to answer all of them. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch this video, and I will hopefully see you in the next one. Oh, and you should like this video, subscribe to my channel if you want to see more like this.